Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 64 of our Colorado Rockies rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 26. Very excited to get going. This is the beginning of year 8. If you can believe it, the fact that I'm essentially averaging like 7 episodes a season is a little high, but it's fine. Welcome. If you missed last episode, we went through the entire off-season arbitration, free agency, spring training, even the first international series, quote unquote, where we beat the Brewers in both games. So if you haven't watched that, go give it a watch. We made some moves. We didn't have much money to work with, so that hurt us a little bit, but I really like where our team is at. Problem is, the game doesn't really like where our team is at. In our lineup, we have two players that are bottom five at their position, catcher Dario Laverde and shortstop Ashley Andahar. We have a couple guys in the middle, only three in the top 10 of the league. It's How You Lee at second, and he's not even playing second this year. Colby Turner at third, who is fifth, our highest rated position player. And then Santiago Munoz, the ninth rated left fielder, who is currently not in our starting lineup. About where we're at. Pitching wise, though, we're looking pretty nice. Luis De Leon is our ace again this year for the fourth year in a row. He pitched 6 shutout innings against Milwaukee and will be pitching again today against the Cleveland Guardians. So excited to get that underway. And hopefully we can continue our undefeated ways for as long as humanly possible. All right, first things first. One thing to keep an eye on, as I said before, how you Lee is DHing. I made the executive decision. The fact of the matter is, he just hasn't been a good defensive second baseman for a long time. And so I'd rather just put him at DH every day, let him use his bat. And so Bryce Terang is currently our second baseman. However, I'm not attached to Bryce Terang. We did just acquire him in the offseason, but Milwaukee's paying 50% of his salary. So if he struggles, I may just cut him. I may try to trade him to somebody else. Hilariously, he does have an option year left. I could just send him down to AAA at age 32. I'm sure he would love that. So we'll see. All right, but that's the plan. The expectation for this season from our glorious owner, once this decides it wants to load, there we are. The expectation from the owner is just achieve a winning record. My expectation, obviously, is to make the playoffs. We missed the playoffs the past 3 out of 4 years. Granted, the one time we made it in 2029, we won the World Series. Pretty good, all things considered. So my goal, make the playoffs and come what may. We have the 26th highest budget in baseball, 198 million for those who are paying attention. And as I keep pointing out, that is a 8 million decrease from the year before. And then in terms of player payroll, we are 28th in the league. So bottom three, 115 million. We have $4.2 million available for either free agent signings or taking on player contracts, and then just under 30 million available for extensions. And we don't have many upcoming free agents that could cut into that money. If anything, what we may end up doing is try to extend one of the guys that is starting arbitration just to get ahead of that. But Aaron Ashby isn't even on our team anymore. Bryce Terang, he's only here for 1 year, essentially, no matter what. Probably the same with Chase Silseth. And so that leaves Max Clark as really our only free agent of note. Last season, his bat was terrible, but he was a okay defender and got us 40 steals. That'll play. But we need to see some progress on that bat this year, or else Max will not be long for this baseball team. All right, let me get this party started. My plan today, we're just going to play some games. We're just going to go through, see how far into April we get, and go from there. First up, we have the Cleveland Guardians, who have no old friends in the lineup, it looks like, except for one, Ezekiel Tovar, who we let walk in free agency. We literally could not afford to keep him. We got ourselves a first-round pick after he declined the qualifying offer, and he promptly signed a 6-year, $255 million contract. Good for you, Ezekiel. Good for you. Well, let's see how we do. Luis De Leon getting his second start of the season against the Guardians. I'm expecting good things from us this year. But the fact of the matter is, if we don't make the playoffs, we're in trouble. That's 4 out of 5 years we're sent home in September. Luis De Leon allowing a leadoff double is not quite where I want to be in my life. But it's fine. 3 straight strikeouts, and it won't matter. There's strikeout number 1. Down goes Riera. And Garcia grounds into the fielder's choice. I'll take that. And now, old friend Ezekiel Tovar facing the Colorado Rockies for the first time in his career. And he strikes out. He's still on the payroll, actually. But yeah, I mean, we offered Ezekiel, I think, someone I saw did the math in a Twitch comment earlier. I think I offered him 9 different contracts over the course of last season and after season's end, and he just wouldn't do it. I could have got him, I think, at the very end for 1 year. I think it was $26 million, which, don't get me wrong, compared to the 42 he's making right now is a steal. But if I gave him that money, we would have been able to sign like no free agents, very little for extensions, no nothing. 2 straight strikeouts to Strand Aguilaris third. Hurts me on an emotional level. All right, clean second from Luis. Alan Ford in left field. I think the plan, if Bryce Terang struggles at second, is Howie Lee goes to second, Alan Ford goes to DH, Santiago Munoz takes over in left. So that is one potential lineup wrinkle, but we'll see. I mean, ideally, all these guys hit, and I don't have to worry about it, because that always happens. Robert Hassell with the leadoff double. These guys need to stop hitting Luis De Leon. Makes me sad. All right, down goes 2. Here's Riera again. And Luis walked him on a full count. He's already at 50 pitches, and we're still in the 3rd inning. But he does get Garcia there. All right. Clean through 3 for Luis. Will our bats finally wake up as Miguel Palma is in to catch today as the Guardians have brought out the lefty in Rafe Schleichlinger, which is a great name, by the by. Max Clark grounds out. Lineup flips. Only 1 hit through the lineup first time around. And Aguilaris with another hit. Good on you, buddy. I am going to have him run on Masayuki Fukuhara. And you know what? Fair enough. The arm of 50 beats out a speed of 65 and a steal of 55. Make of that what you will. How much did Fukuhara cost the Guardians? Just 1 year. Interesting. Usually the international free agents don't take 1 year, essentially vet minimum deals. Clean fourth for Luis. See if we can get him some run support. Andahar lines out. How Yuli strikes out for the second time today. And Condon grounds out to first. Not looking great for our lineup thus far. Luis has allowed his third leadoff double of the day. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I really want him to get out of this inning. He gets Bergola. Can he get Riera? Riera hits it deep to right, but that's going to be caught at the warning track. Very good. Luis is on 77 pitches. I'm going to bring him back out there for the sixth. I'm definitely going to have a reliever warming up at the start of the inning, but I'm going to bring him back out. Alan Ford grounds out. Colby Turner is my slowest player, so I doubt he beats that throw. But you never know. It could happen. Bryce Strang pops up. You're killing me. All right, so Luis is going to get us started. I am going to have probably Kevin Teskey get warming up in case there's trouble. Which I'm not saying there will be, but you know, it's looking that way. No throw to get Garcia. I doubt Turner gets him anyway. He does not have the best arm. To be fair, 65 ain't bad. Tovar hits it back up the middle to Luis. The throw, not in time. Very simple question, Mr. Nathan Flewelling. Are you better or worse against lefties historically? You aren't doing great. All right, so Luis will face Nathan, and that'll be it. And he walked him. Well, my decision to leave Luis De Leon in has allowed the bases to be loaded with no outs. Here's Taveras. And it's through. Bryce Strang can't get it. Man, I should have pulled Luis. That's a shame. Yeah, now his stat line's going to look really ugly. And Chase DeLauder walks. Still no outs. All right, Hassel strikes out. That's big. Fukihara lines out to third. Gola hits it to Andahar. Throw to first. Got him. All right. Bases loaded. They score 2 runs. Not the worst trade-off in the world. I'm going to get Joey Broughton warming up. I'm going back to the lefty. Palma strikes out. What else is new? Max Clark pops up. And man, Christian Aguilares is responsible for both of our hits so far. And he goes 3 for 3. You know what? At least someone decided to show up and hit the baseball. Surely he won't get thrown out twice in one game. I feel like I shouldn't attempt it. I'll let Andahar hit. It didn't matter anyway. He lined out. All right. Well, Aguilares is 3 for 3. Everyone else hitless. I'm going to let Tesaki face Riera and then pull him. And he hit him. All right. Joey Broughton's going to come on to face Garcia. Gets him to line out. Very good. Ezekiel Tovar, 1 for 3 today. Make that 1 for 4 as he goes down looking. And he strikes out Flewelling also. Very good. Well done for Joey. We're going to get Gage Wood Warman for the 8th. All right, they walk Howie Yuli, and I like that he tried to swing on the 3-0 pitch. He gave himself the green light, but thought better of it. Condon hits it to center. That's not going to move anybody. You're killing me. Alan Ford hits into the most depressing double play any of us have ever seen. All right, to the eighth we go. I'm going to let Joey face Tavares and then pull him. And Tavares lines out. All right, good from Joey. We're going to bring Gage Wood in. Ideally, he can just get me the last 5 outs of the game, and I don't have to use another bullpen arm. That's my hope. And he gets DeLauder and Hassel swinging. Very good. Okay, bottom of the eighth. Colby Turner and a dream. He swung on the 3-0 pitch. I respect it. That said, had he gotten out, I would have had words. All right, I'm going to pinch hit here. We're going to give Carter Johnson the bat to face Rafe. And he hits in to a fielder's choice. All right, Miguel. Ryan Verdugo, no relation. Alex's long-lost brother. To be fair, we're far enough in. It could be his son. All right, Max, I'm going to be honest. If you get out here, clearly he misunderstood me and meant get the ball out of here as Max Clark hits a 3-run homer, 388 feet. We have the lead. Let's get our closer Okuda warming up all of a sudden. And Aguilares walks. We're not done yet. And Ahar walks. Oh, no. Guardians. Guys. What happened? They're keeping Verdugo in. I mean, I'm not going to complain. He walks Howie again. He has walked 3 straight batters, and they're leaving him in. This poor guy. He was a starter in AAA for the Rangers. He signs to the Guardians to be a reliever and promptly gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, and has walked 3 straight batters. Oh, and Charlie Condon gets it down. I almost feel bad for the guy now. Almost, to be clear. And that gives us now a 3-run lead, and they finally pull him for John Schreiber, who at this point must be like 30. Yeah, he's 38. All right, I'm going to pull Allen. Munoz is going to get the bat. And he gets it down. Very good. I don't know if that'll score how you lead. Nah, he holds up third. All right. Colby Turner, chance for a grand slam. Hits it up the middle. That will score 1. And all of a sudden, I can tell my closer to sit down. That'll do. And this way, Carter Johnson gets another at bat, which is good. Never mind, he hit into a double play. I retract my previous statement immediately. All right, so defensively, Munoz takes left. Carter Johnson takes second. And I'm just going to leave Gage Wood in to try to get the whole 9th here. Nice of my offense to finally show up in the 8th inning. I appreciate them for that. Oi! Bergola flies out. I thought that was gone off the bat. I am glad to be wrong. And Riera hits it up to right, easily caught by Christian. And that is a comeback victory. We score 6 in the 8th. Look at that win percentage graph. My God, a grim day for Verdugo, whose ERA in the game is displayed as 0, but in real life, it would be infinity, which is kind of rough. You hate to see it. But overall, I mean, listen, Christian Aguilares went 3 for 3, which is good because for essentially the entirety of the 8 years I've managed the Rockies, we have not had a great leadoff hitter. And Aguilera's last year was pretty decent. So if he can get off to that this year, I think we'll be in business. Getting caught stealing is a little awkward, but so be it. All right, we move on to game 2. Just making sure the AI didn't do anything silly with the rotation. They do not. I am going to make one change. I am going to sit Terang. How Yuli will take second. Alan Ford will DH. Munoz will take left. This iteration of lineup does give me 0 outfield subs, which some could argue is a poor roster construction. I just say I'm trying to maximize my great hitters. What Sandy Ozuna is trying to do is maximize the amount of runs the Guardians will get in the first inning. What a throw. You know what? I think I'm good. I think my decision was just vindicated on the first highlight as Munoz guns down the runner from left. Thank you. Man, I really don't want Hao Yuli to have to play 150 games in second again. Aguilaris gets a board on an error. So to be fair, I guess if my worst defensive position is second base, I think I could live with that. But man, we'll see. All right, nothing for us in the first, despite the error, and DeLauder with a solo shot to ruin my day. And now Garcia and Bergola are aboard. Ezekiel Tovar, please don't break my heart. And he hits him to a double play. I'll take that trade. A sac fly would have scored the runner from third, so double play at least gets me another out. All right, we're down 2-0. Here's hoping the bats don't take until the 8th inning to get going. So far, it's looking like they might. They walk Max Clark. I mean, if he gets caught stealing by Fukuhara, the game's rigged. All right, we're good. Aguilaris hits it to short. Good thing I sent Max. That's a double play if I don't. I am glad that a team is playing Tovar at short and didn't sign him to be a DH. That would kind of be sad. Andahar, grow a spine. And it didn't matter how you lead grounds into the fearless choice anyway. Well, we threaten, we do not score. Story of our life. There we go. Condon gets it through. We finally have hit the baseball in this game. It took 4 innings, but we got there as Condon gets a leadoff double. Now, for our next trick, we will not score him. Never mind, Alan Ford gets it down. Thank you, sir. I think this version of our lineup is my best offensive configuration. Defensively, we're kind of shaky, and going a little bit deeper, we lose a decent amount of speed. But that might be a worthy trade-off, especially if our offense struggles for a lot. As Munoz hits it deep to center and gone all the way to the fence. 441 feet. Yeesh. That'll play. Again? Nah, that's foul. I had hope, and the wind just took that thing. And Dario strikes out. What else is new? All right. To the 5th we go. And Sandy has allowed a single and a steal. Guys, as I was saying, for why I don't want Hao Yuli at second, in his very first start at second this year, he has a throwing error. Tovar strikes out, so nothing doing. But like that is the risk. The other aspect of it is the man's getting paid 27 million, which, that ain't nothing. All right. Who do I want? Mike Stewart? Mike Stewart. Let's see if Sandy can at least get me a couple outs. He gets Flowelling. What a great name. I kind of want him on my team just for his name. Okay, he's a average defensive catcher, horrendous defensive first baseman who they're trying out at first base for the first time in his career. Fair enough. I guess he did have -5 framing next year. Never mind, I get it. Riera grounds out. Very good. All right, DeLauder is going to be the last batter Sandy faces. I believe in you, Sandy. Make the throw. Nope. It's you can always tell that he's going to be the hitter's going to be out if the pitcher like takes a second to gather and then throw. You can tell he's safe if the throw is a very slow arc. That seems to be the determinant. Charlie Condon, another leadoff double. And Alan Ford strikes out. There we go. Turner gets it down. Run, Condon. Condon just didn't run. Like he stayed there halfway between second and third for 2 minutes. Munoz flies out to center. I thought that ball was gone. I was bamboozled. But it does score Condon, I suppose. There we go. Dario finally remembered how to hit the baseball. I am proud of him. I am indeed. Oh, dang. Colby went all the way home. I didn't think he would with his lack of speed. But I'm not going to complain. Max Clark flies out to end the inning. All right. We have the lead. And that will be it for Sandy. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks. Only 3 Ks. That part's a little worrisome. And another error. This time by Colby Turner at third means the game is tied and Mike has yet to get an out. If that ball would have missed Condon, I would have benched How You Leave for like 3 straight games. There we go. Tovar strikes out. I feel kind of bad that the only reason we're getting out of these jams is just by striking out Tovar. Like at a certain point, I do feel a little bad. All right, that's going to be it for Mike. We're going to bring Fidel in for the 8th. Clean. He did need 16 pitches, which for him is getting close to his limit. I'm going to get Okuda warming up and Luis Castellum. If we score a run, obviously, rain delay, you. All right, cool. Condon grounds out. Allen hits it to center, but that's not deep enough. Down he goes. All right, Colby. Solo shot. Come on. You know what? He gets it down in center. Go ahead run is now at second. No way that throw gets him. Yeah, thank you. Come on. All right, Munoz. Can he be a hero again? Not quite. Pops it up to center. To the 9th we go. All right, Okuda can sit down. I'm going to have Fidel get Taveras. Because if this game goes to extras, I don't know if I want to burn Gastelum immediately. Sell pops it up. All right, very good. That'll be it for Fidel. We'll go Gastelum to face the pinch hitter, Urso Ornelas. And he strikes out. Very good. All right. A chance to walk off this ball game. Dario Laverde. Walked him. 50-50. How fast is Terang? Much faster. All right, we're going to pinch run. Bryce Terang is going to come in. I'm going to see what happens with Max Clark. And if he gets out, I'm running Terang. He lines out to right. All right, Terang's running. If he can't get, oh my God. What is it with our speedsters and getting thrown out by the Guardians catchers with 55 arm? First it was Fukuhara, now it's Flewelling. Killing me. These guys are killing me. And of course, Aguilares gets a hit. Rub it in. Yeah, that scores Terang probably. Well, that is occasionally the price of being uber aggressive. I still don't quite understand how Terang gets thrown out there. Like, the man has 65 speed. Not only does he have 80 steal, he has 80 base running. So I don't quite understand how that worked. But Miguel Palma will come in, obviously, to catch. So I'm down to 2 subs now. All right, Gastelum. I'm going to get Okuda warming. If Garcia gets aboard, I'm going Okuda. If Gastelum gets him, he stays in. All right, he got him. Gastelum's going to stay in to face Bergola. Short, the throw home. It looked in time on the animation. And it was. Good work there from Andahar. Ezekiel Tovar, don't break my heart, buddy. You had to see it coming. You had at a certain point, how can you not be romantic about baseball? Ezekiel Tovar hits his first home run of the season against his former team in the top of the 10th. Come on. Come on. Come on. At a certain point, it had to happen. All right. Well, we're down by 2. How Yuli, Charlie Condon, Alan Ford. Those are going to be my 3 batters. How Yuli gets us started with the ball down. Andahar stays at third. I would run How Yuli in this situation, but evidently my guys can't steal on the Guardians catchers. Condon hits a to center that should be deep enough to get Andahar. So now How Yuli is the tying run. And Alan Ford grounds into a game-ending double play. All right. We lose 6-5. Ezekiel Tovar, the hero for the Guardians. He may have struck out 3 times and stranded 5, but when they needed him, he hit the 2-run shot. Fair enough. All right. So from our end, I mean, once again, not great offensively. Max Clark went 0 for 3. Alan Ford went 1 for 5 with a pair of Ks. Bullpen did not have their best day. I mean, the errors, those are what they are, but yeah, not great. All right. We go to the rubber match. We have Hunter Brown on the mound. I'm going to have Munoz just straight up hit for Alan Ford here. I believe in you, Hunter. There we go. Clean first inning. And How Yuli hits a 2-run shot. And now Condon and Munoz are aboard. I should hit the sim until run scoring position button more often. There we go. Bryce Terang gets it down. He finally did something good for us. I am proud of you, Bryce. I say that like it isn't the 5th game of the season. Palma hits it up to right, but that's going to get caught. All right, we score 3 runs in the first. See if Hunter can hold it down. Clean. Uh-oh. Robert Hassel is aboard. Fukuhara, my nemesis. Oh, my God. It's too early for this, man. That's Colby's second error in back-to-back games. How many errors did he have at third all of last year? He had 9. He is on pace for a lot more than that. Man. Yeah, that's rough. Because that's probably not a double play if Colby gets it, but now the Guardians have a run, and there's still only 1 out and nobody on first to help with the double play. Bergola is thrown out. And Tovar thrown out by his former protege. Just kind of rough. Nothing for us in the third or the fourth. Robert Hassel quit getting on base. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Wow, he didn't run there? Fair enough. I mean, Max Clark does have a 70 arm, but also Hassel has pretty good speed. Bergola, can we get the double play? Yes, we can. Very good. To the bottom of the fifth we go. Hunter Brown's he's on 71 pitches. I'm going to leave him out there. I am, though, going to get A.J. Russell warming up. All right, clean 6th. Bryce Terang is aboard. They have a lefty reliever, so Palma is staying in. And they walked him. Okay, time to do some damage. Max Clark, please. Man. Oh, Aguilera swung at a terrible pitch. All right. To the 7th we go. That will be it for Hunter Brown. Pretty good start. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 4 Ks. A.J. Russell clean in the 7th and only needed 10 pitches. That'll do. Man, it has not been Andujar's day either. Only 2 hits on the season so far. To be fair, Howie Lee, our DH, only has 4. I think it's just systematic at that point. All right, Condon, hit a solo shot, please. No, but he does hit the line drive to right. I'll leave Munoz in. And he lines out to center. All right. To the 8th, I would like to give Russell the inning. I'm going to get Gage Wood warming up if there's an issue. No issue. Good from Gage, or excuse me, good from AJ. Okuda can now warm up. I am going to pinch hit for Colby, partly because his error last time annoyed me, and I want to see if CJ Sampson can get on base. He could not. So he pops up to left. Terang grounds out. All right, Miguel. Struck out. All right. Here we go to the 9th. CJ Sampson is going to take 3rd, and Okuda will come in for the save. Ezekiel Tovar up first. Izzy got another home run shot off of us in him. Soft grounded to short. If you had told me through the first, however many games we played, 6, 5, this is game 5, 5 games this season, that the only infielder that wouldn't have an error is Charlie Condon, I wouldn't have believed you. But here we are. Tovar is aboard off the Andahar error. Llewellyn struck out. Riera hits it to second. Terang to Andahar. And to first, got him. Okay, we win. Good Lord. Man, that was depressing. That was just a depressing game of baseball. I mean, I know we won, but my God. Hunter Brown pitched really good. The error obviously sucks. AJ Russell, I mean, he missed most of last season with the injury. He only pitched, 46 innings total? I think if we can get him up and going, we'll be in pretty good shape. All right, we're 4-1. What are the Rockies? 4-0. Or not the Rockies, the Dodgers. I just named my own team. We're doing great. All right, let me save. All right, now this is where my starting pitching could kill us, because now we're going to have Chase Silseth on the mound. He was a reliever for the Angels and the Brewers, and then they moved him to a starter, and he did pretty well for himself. My hope is I can get one good year out of his arm as a starter, even though he has 35 stamina. That is my hope. One thing I did notice is I have lost some scouting accuracy on a couple of our players. So let me just get that taken care of. So help me if Silseth's stamina got worse. All right, the Mets. And the Mets spent, I want to say, $1 billion in free agency. They're up to 14th in payroll, which, to be fair for them, is not much. They're still paying Juan Soto a brisk $50 million. They signed him to a 5-year, $255 million contract extension. I don't know why the AI does this. It kind of annoys me, but you know what? More power to them. Hunter Goodman, their catcher. Hunter Goodman is their catcher. Looks like this is his first start of the season. I think we were vindicated in letting him go after his not so great 2031. I'm going to make one change. Max Clark is going to sit. Aguilaris is going to go to center. Alan Ford is going to go to right. Munoz is going to go to left and bat seventh. I'm going to flip him in Terang. Let's give Max the day off. All right, Chase, I'm going to be honest, dude. My expectation is so low. If you get me like 5 innings and 1 earned run, I'm a happy man. Well, he has allowed a leadoff hit immediately. But then again, so did Luis De Leon, and he's our ace. And he strikes out Juan Soto on 3 pitches. There we go. All right, he gets Jet Williams to ground out. How much money did I see they were paying Jet Williams? $15 million, then they've signed him to a 5-year, $116 extension. To be fair, that's not that terrible. I mean, did you see the extension I tried to give Howie Lee the first time? Aguilaris is aboard with a leadoff double. If he can hit consistently at leadoff, I'm going to be so happy. I have been trying and failing to find a leadoff hitter. It's like year 1 of the save. Andahar gets an RBI single. He would have been safe at second without the throw. Give him the double. Insane. As Charlie Condon rifles it into left. Andahar is a brave man. He goes home, and he's safe easily. Didn't even need to slide. Alan Ford gets it down in center. Very good. To be fair, this might be our lineup configuration if Max Clark struggles, as Colby Turner hits a 3-run shot. That'll play. Folks, we're up 5-0. 421 feet for Colby. And Dario lines out to end the inning. This is the outfield I play if I don't care about defense. Because Alan Ford isn't great defensively, really, anywhere I put him. But in left, he has a good arm. In right, he doesn't. So that's kind of the issue I run into. And his range and zone rating are terrible. Munoz I can put anywhere. Aguilares is definitely a right fielder. I tried him at center field last year. It didn't go great. But if I only care about offense, this is the outfield. Clean through second from Chase. Let's see if Terang can get on. And he does. Very good. Leadoff single. And they strike out Aguilar. So that looked like a ball from here. Andahar goes down. And How Yu Lee hits it deep to left and gone. 7-0 ball game. 406 feet for How Yu Lee, his second of the year. And they walk Condon. All right, Alan, what do you got for me? An unfortunate fly out to center. All right, we're up 7-0. Chase is looking good so far. Clean through 3. Another home run, Colby Turner. 2 home runs on the day. Munoz and Dario are aboard. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jordan Hicks, buddy. I am so sorry for your stat line. Oh, no. 2 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs, 3 homers. His whip is at a 5.5. Home runs per 9, 13.5. Oh, no. Bryce Terang? A home run? It is! Oh, no. Jordan Hicks' stat line's going to look even worse now. 386 feet. Bryce Terang, very good. He had 8 home runs last year for the Brewers. And that was like essentially a career high for him. So, hey, if we can get him hitting homers in Coors Field, folks, we're in business. Jordan Hicks's whip is still 5.5. Oh, boy, 40. That hurts. Hurts me emotionally. Andahar and How Yu Lee are aboard. We're up 11-0. This is, at a certain point, this is just cruel. I don't know if we're at that point yet, but at a certain point it is. And Alan Ford grounds out to end the inning. Okay. If we blow this lead, I'm cutting Chase Silseth tonight. Williams and Ramirez are aboard. Danny Villar gets it down. Williams does not try to go home. Probably the correct decision. Is that Eddie's Leonard? Surely not. Whoever he was. RBI single. Oh, it is Eddie Leonard. Good for him. Oh, interesting. He bounced around. Angels in 2028, back to the Tigers. He was their backup for a little bit. Toledo, went to New York for both Yankees and Mets. What a fun career. There was a time where I legitimately thought Eddie Leonard was the future shortstop for the Tigers. Oh, boy. All right. They are getting to Silseth pretty hard. It's now an 11-4 game. Wild pitch. Fair enough. If you can't get Prayer, I'm pulling him. All right. Well, 11-5 ball game, and we are turning to the bullpen. I'm not even going to let him face Hunter Goodman. We're going to bring in Kevin Testicate to face Goodman. Good Lord. And he rifles it to left. You know, suddenly I'm very happy we have an 11 runs. The Mets has scored 6 runs and still only 1 out. And Cole Young is walked. Guys. All right, Juan Soto is out. That's the big worry. Jet Williams flies out to center. We're okay. But goodness gracious, that inning escalated very quickly. All right, Munoz is aboard. Dario gets it down. We're just going to keep scoring. That'll be our plan. It's a bold plan, I tell you. As Bryce Terang gets the line drive down, we get another run. Very good. Christian lines out, nothing there. Indahar strikes out, but the ball gets away, and he's out. He also disappeared into mist. All right, Kevin, if you could get me the 5th, I'd be a happy man. Thank you. I'm going to burn both my long relievers, which I don't love doing. But actually, here, I'll let him face Ponatoski. Got him swinging. All right, cool. Now I'll bring in A.J. Russell, because if A.J. Russell can get me the Rex, the 6th, and the 7th, I think our bullpen is looking okay fitness-wise. So I really don't want to use 5 bullpen arms in this game. Both Colby Turner and Munoz are aboard. And Dario gets it down. Has Dario finally arrived? Bryce Terang, he's 3 for 3 today. Bases are loaded. Hits it deep to center. It's going to be caught, but that should score Colby. 13-6. Very good. I'm going to pinch hit here. I'm going to give Max Clark the bat. I'm just also kind of worried about Christian's defense in center. So, all right, he walked Max. And Indahar pops up. That does score Munoz. So we're up by 8. Wild pitch, man. Maybe this is how we find out the Mets have the worst pitching staff in all of baseball. Man, my guys love holding up on 3-0. We're going to pinch hit here. CJ Sampson can get the bat for Condon. And he strikes out swinging. All right. My hope there was CJ Sampson's more of a contact hitter than Condon. Condon, odds are he's going to strike out more often than not. All right. AJ Russell, give me the 7th. All right. Ramirez is the last batter he's going to face. And he gets him to pop up. Wow, the camera angle messed me up there. I thought that was an infield pop-up, but just kept going. I guess Gage is still only cold. All right, he gets Villar. Cool. All right, that will be it for Russell. We'll bring on Gage Wood to face Eddie Leonard. And he gets him to line out to right. Very good. Okay. Mets threaten. They do not score. We go to the 7th. And a 2-run shot from Munoz. Thank you, sir. We're up 16-6. We have hit 20 hits today. What an offensive performance. All right, I'll pinch hit here also. Carter Johnson in for Terang. And he gets it down. Very good. Now, the record for most hits in a game was set by Cleveland in 1932, and it's 33 hits. I don't think we're getting that, but if we did, it would be hilarious. Max Clark flies out to end the inning. Carter Johnson takes second. And then ideally, Gage Wood can get me the eighth. And he does. And then I'll bring on probably Joey Broughton for the ninth. A solo shot from Ashley Andahar. He did hit 16 homers last year, so if we can get that power going, I really like where we're at. It's how Yuli is struck out. How dare they? Don't they know I'm going for the record for most hits? CJ Sampson grounds out. Come on, Allen. No dice. All right. Well, unless the Mets score 11 runs in the ninth, we are not going to get the record for most hits in a game by a team. And Joey Broughton gets it out. All right, we win 17-6, 22 hits for us, 11 for them. Everyone, with exception of two of our pinch hitters, got hits. Munoz had 4 hits. The home run thing is a paragraph. Colby Turner had 2. How You Lee, Bryce Terang, Munoz, and Andahar all had 1. Yeesh. I mean, pitching staff did good. Silseth just got destroyed in that 4th inning. I think the Mets might have the worst pitching staff in baseball. That's just what we're discovering today. Which, hey, I'm not going to complain. All right, Luis De Leon. Anything new? Nope. Well, good news is his stuff's potential didn't decrease because it went up for the first time essentially ever last scouting report, and it stayed at 60. So that's actually very good. Chase Silseth, who just got popped. Oh, that's funny. His overall rating went up, but none of his numbers did. So I'll just wait. Proved. Oh, good. His overall potential rating in Purdue 45 as a relief pitcher. Well, he's a starter for me, so I don't know how to feel about that. All right, let me get out of the Mets page. All right. Game 2. Do I want to give anyone the day off? Not really. The other thing with Tovar not being here is I don't really have a backup shortstop for Andahar, which that could come back to bite me, but we'll see. All right, Michael Jindra. He got the last starting spot out of spring training. He only had 2 starts last year for us because he also missed a year and a bit of change with Tommy John. So we'll see what he can do. Clean first. And Aguilaris and Andahar are already bored. The Mets might just have the worst pitching staff in all of baseball. That might be the takeaway from this series is how Yuli hits into a double play very uselessly. Condon flies out. Runner on first and second, no outs. Can't even score him. Clean second from Jindra and clean third. I insulted the Mets pitching staff, and now Jonah Tong is just getting everybody out. Alright, he walks him. I'm not running on Giovanni Rodriguez. Like, the only reason he is in there is for his defense. Like, the only reason. They gave him 120 games last year, and he couldn't hit the ball to save his life. All right. They walk Aguilaris. And he walks Andahar. Bases are loaded. How you, Lee? Oh, bulk. Where's your sense of drama? And how you, Lee struck out. As did Charlie Condon. We had bases loaded, 1 out, and we only got a run because the pitcher balked. What a sad state of affairs that is. Oh, Juan Soto solo shot. You know what? I feel like I can't get mad at Ginger for that. It's Juan Soto. I feel like he's good for a solo shot every third game. Back-to-back Ks. Bryce Terang gets aboard, though. I think if Bryce Terang can hit for contact, I don't really care if, like, Coors Field doesn't unlock his latent power. But if he can hit for contact, I like our infield composition a lot more. As Dario gets it through, Terang is ambitious. Makes it to third. Very good. If you strike out on 3 pitches, you know what? He didn't. He flew out on 3 pitches, but at least he didn't strike out. All right, we go to the 5th. Gindra is at 56 pitches. Clean. He's now at 69, which is usually nice, but it's pretty high for a guy with 35 stamina. I think that'll be it for Gindra. I don't want to run into a situation I did last time with Luis, where I left him in a bit too long. How Yuli pops out. And Condon, swing and a miss. And Ahar stranded at second. I'm going to pull Gindra. I know he's still in the green, but it's the top of the Mets order. I'll just get Mike Stewart in there. Clean 6th inning. Thank you, sir. He needed 20 pitches to do it. His day is done. Oh, boy. Alan Ford gets it down in left. Very good. I'm going to pinch run for him. Let's get Munoz in there. Colby Turner. It's to third and depressingly into a double play. Rang strikes out. All right. We go to the 7th. 1-all. Munoz will go to left. Gastelum will come in to relieve Mike Stewart. And Villar and Edis Leonard are aboard. But he gets Ponatoski. Herrera rifles it to center over Max Clark. And that will score 1 run. Interesting that Leonard didn't try for home, but hey. I'm not going to question the AI. Feel like maybe I should, as Rodriguez strikes out. Can you get Cole Young? Nope. Hits the 3-1 pitch down into center field. That will score 2. No, it won't. What a throw from Max. Thank you. All right. Well, they get 2 runs. Gastelum has had a horrendous start to the season. Aguilares and Max Clark are aboard. Andahar hits it deep to center. Down in front of Pereira. 1 run will score. 2 runs now without a throw. Cowards. Tie ball game. How Yuli is up. Go ahead, run in second. He hits it to left, but that's going to be caught. That doesn't help me. Condon gets it down in center. That should score Andahar easily. And we have the lead. The camera decides it does not want to show us anything else. But I've received word that Condon is aboard at second. Oh, boy. Munoz grounds out, but we score 3 unanswered runs to take the lead. That'll play. Let me get Fidel in for the 8th. Oh, boy. I'll let him face Villar with 2 aboard. Don't walk him. Hits it softly to short for second for 1. The throw to first in time. Ooh, the double play saves us. All right. Any insurance runs in the 8th? Nope. All right. Okuda is going to come on to try to get the save. Ennis Leonard up first. And he grounds out first. Matt Ponatoski strikes out looking. Everson Pereira hits it up to center. Clark is there. Got him. That'll do. 4-3 victory. The bats came through. How you Lee leaving 6 runners on base is a bit grim. Gastelum, he has not had a good start to the season. His ERA is a brisk 10.8, which is kind of crazy. All right, scouting reports. Palma. Uh-oh. His current and potential power both dropped to 40, which is fair. He did only hit 6 home runs last year, though. The potential dropping to 40 is a little annoying. All right, Condon. No change. That said, he did drop from current rating to 50 over the offseason, and that stayed at 50, which is a little worrisome. Ozuna, no change. And Fidel, oh boy. His stamina dropped to a 20, and his current movement dropped to a 45, which isn't great because his control already is a bit shaky. But I mean, he's been one of our best relievers for the past couple years. If he starts to get worse and Luis struggles, we're in a bit of trouble. All right, I'm going to sim the finale of the Mets series with Luis De Leon on the mound. And we win it 7-3 in X. Oh, what a game this was. Mets go up by 3 early. We score 3 in the bottom of the 8th and then 4 in the bottom of the 10th. Max Clark hits a walk-off grand slam. I should sim games more often. Shout out to Max Clark. Yeah, not Luis's best day. Joey Broughton, 2 clean innings. I need him to become good. It would make my life so much easier. Mike Stewart does okay. He's pitched a lot so far. I need to reel that back a little bit. And then Okuda gets the win. Walk-off grand slam. That'll do. No complaints there. All right. We're currently 7-1. The Dodgers are 5-2 because of course they are. We're looking pretty nice. All I'm saying. All right, the Atlanta Braves. Kyle Bradish, 35 years young, on the mound for them. All right, no one is tired, though. I am going to give How You Lee the day off. I'm going to have Alan Ford DH. Munoz will swap with Colby. So Colby's going to bat third. Munoz bats sixth. I'm going to give Bryce Terang the day off also. Carter Johnson's going to start. And I'm going to have Max Clark bat seventh. See if maybe him batting ninth is the reason for his troubles in Atlanta. Nothing doing for us in the first. An error. Goodbye. Munoz, dude, you're killing me. No hits for us through 2. Braves do have a run. Max Clark could not beat that out. Ryan Ritter, oh, he's still in the league. I'm so happy. For those who have not been watching the series since year 1, Ryan Ritter in 2025 was genuinely one of our best hitters. And then we traded him for the Orioles in what was the best trade I have made, because we got Felix Bautista, who was our closer for 2 years, and we won a World Series with him. And we also got Luis De Leon, our current ace. So that'll do. Oh, the Braves get 2 more. Sandy, buddy, I believe that you can get Juan Espinal. There we go. Got him to line out. We're okay. All right, guys. I would like you to hit the baseball. Ready, break. The call was not to his liking. It was not to my liking either. Aguilares and Andahar strike out. Colby Turner flies out. No hits through 4 for us. I would like Sandy to get me the whole inning. Oh boy. Adrian Santana is aboard. 2 outs. Get him, Dario. Thank you. All right. Not a good day from Sandy, but at least he got me that 4th inning. Still no hits for us. Let's get AJ Russell in to take the 5th. Clean from him. Only on 9 pitches. That's good. Oh boy. Evan Carter and Adrian Santana. You can get Austin Riley. Hit to Andahar. The throw in time. Very good. Now the question remains, as I get Kevin Teskey warming up, will we be able to hit the ball on the ground? Preferably not right at the third baseman. So Andahar is thrown out. Colby Turner strikes out. Bradish is at 77 pitches. He could genuinely go the distance and no hit us. Condon strikes out. Actually, have we even been walked? No. He's got a perfect game right now. All right. Teskey's coming out for the 7th. Clean. I'm going to pinch hit here. How Yu Lee is going to get the bat for Alan Ford. He flies out to left. 5 outs away from a perfect game. Munoz gets it down and through into left. The perfect game is no more. Kyle Bradish has been pulled. Max Clark grounds into the fielder's choice. Fair enough. I'm going to have him run on Bo Naylor because I'm down by 3. I've had 1 hit. Like, realistically, I have nothing to lose. Gets the steal. And Dario flies out anyway. All right, Kevin, can you give me the 8th? Good man. Christian and Colby are aboard. 2 outs. Charlie Condon hits it up to center. Easily caught. That's your ball game. I mean, we were no hit with 5 outs to go. Aguilares had a walk. Colby and Munoz had hits. That was it. What a embarrassing offensive performance. But let us move to game 2. Hunter Brown on the mound. I'm going to keep the lineup as is against Pablo Lopez, 36 years young. Still doing good work for the Braves, it looks like, though Yep. June of 2030. Tommy John missed 14 months. And then in the development lab, they tried to get him to increase his velocity and he failed. That's rough. What is his velocity at right now? 94, 96? I mean, it's not terrible. Oh, solo shot from Austin Riley. Fair enough. Hey, solo shot from Aguilaris. We match. Seth Lugo strikes out. Nothing doing. Come on, Hayuli. Hits it up to left and gone. Go ahead, home run. 358 feet. That'll do. Here's Alan Ford. He has not had a great start to the season, but he gets the ball down there. Oh, you idiot. Why would he try to run there? To be clear, I can't stress this enough. His speed is a 30, his base running is a 20. Like, you're killing me. Why would you try to stretch that? Oh, boy. All right, Hunter, can you give me the fourth? Yes. All right. Hunter's doing pretty good. We need our offense to get going as Terang flies out. Look at that zoom in on Evan Carter, the action shot. Ario goes down, as does Max Clark. All right. Bottom of the fifth. Clean from Hunter. He's at 89 pitches. My bullpen isn't in great shape, but I think I will pull him. Yeah, 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 3 Ks. Not too shabby. Luis, clean inning. All I need from Luis is 1 inning. I don't want him to push it. So we're going to get Joey Broughton going for the 7th. Oh boy, we're okay. Gage Wood for the 8th, and then Okuda for the save. That is my plan. May it succeed as Max Clark hits it deep to center. Run, Max. Run like the wind. Do I have him steal third against the righty? Probably not. Aguilera strikes out. That hurts. Andahar strikes out looking. You know what? At least Aguilera swung the bat. And how you Lee lines out. Lead off double from Max, and we can't score him. That hurt. All right, Gage Wood for the 8th. And he allows a solo shot to Evan Carter. And now Matthew Lugo is aboard. All right, but he gets Michael Harris. Well, I'm going to get Okuda warming up in case we take the lead here. Condon strikes out swinging. Alan Ford flies out. All right. Colby Turner, always a threat to hit a solo shot. And he swung on the 3-1 pitch right to the shortstop. Okay, bottom of the 9th. I'm going to let Gage Wood face Gallagher. Get some swinging. Or Gallagher, excuse me. There's no G there. Jurickson Profar. 39 years old. Still getting at bats for the Braves. Will he be a hero here? No. Grounds out to third. All right. I'll leave Gage Wood in then to face Drake Baldwin. Get some swinging. All right. Good work from Gage. We are going to extra innings. I am going to pinch run. CJ Sampson is going to pinch run for Colby Turner. We have Bryce Terang at the plate. Hits it up to center. That might be deep enough. Nope. Sampson stays. Dario grounds out to first. Not good. Max Clark, you were my last hope. And he struck out looking. Okay. So CJ Sampson is going to take third. Okuda will come in. Drake Baldwin, with his terrible speed, is at second. They're not pinch running for him when they have Ryan Ritter. I'm not going to question it. Here we go. If the Ghost Runner scores, they win. And the Ghost Runner has scored. As Santana gets it down, Max Clark's throw. Not in time. All right. Well, we lose that game. That's disappointing. 20-game shutdown streak achievement. I believe that is just. What is the 20 game? Oh, Colby Turner didn't get on base. That's what it was. He went 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. All right. I mean, yeah. I think pitching did okay, but theirs just did a little bit better. I'm going to hit advance, and then I want to see. Oh, no, that was Okuda. My mistake. Colby Turner's hit streak must have ended before then. Where do we rank in terms of strikeouts? We're second. Okay. Fair. All right, I'm going to sim game 3 with Chase Silseth on the mound. We win it 6-3 in extra innings. Quit. We keep winning, taking all the games in extra innings. We scored 5 runs in the 10th. They scored 2, which is kind of funny. It looks like Okuda blew the save. They brought in Fidel, who got popped a little bit. Chase Silseth, 6 shutout innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks. Okay. Draft pool is revealed. Top prospect is a catcher who could have 85 power. Good God. Can't block. He can't really frame. He has a good arm. What a fascinating high schooler. Interesting. All right, let me hit save. And now we face the Philadelphia Phillies. So if you did not watch the last episode, you'll be unaware the Philadelphia Phillies spent what can only be described as a king's ransom. They're only 12th in player payroll, which I understand might seem low. They gave PCA $31 million. They're still paying 80% of both Hunter Green, who's in Boston, and Trey Turner, who has been in Pittsburgh since 2027. And they're still paying 80% of his contract, which is hilarious. They paid Cal Rowley $16.8 million. They're eating the 40% of Quinn Priester, who went to me and then went to the Braves. And then for some reason they gave 39-year-old Luis Castillo a 3-year contract, and he already has a herniated disc. As you do. Hey, Acuna! Hey, he made the Phillies opening day roster. Good for him. That is 2-time World Series champion Luis Angel Acuna, because he won it twice with me. Then he went to the Padres, barely played with the Braves last year. Good for him. He's still going. Good for him. All right. We have the Phillies. Let's rock and roll. We got Jindra on the mound. Dario is tired, so Miguel Palma is going to get the bat. Alan Ford did just have a 4-hit day, so I don't really want to pull him. Yeah, Terang's not doing great recently. We're going to do the classic How You Lee takes second. Whoops, Alan Ford DHs. Munoz in left. I think with Max Clark, I would rather have him in the lineup more often than not, even when he's cold, because his defense is good and he's got arguably the best speed in the game. I think there's value in that. And if he's not in, then Christian Aguilares goes to center. So I now have a below average defensive center fielder. Alan Ford's in right, so I have below average defensive right fielder. Like at a certain point, I just gotta suffer through it. And he hit a walk-off grand slam a few games ago. Anything can happen as Munoz gets it down. Very good from him. I'm not going to run on Cal Raleigh, though it is tempting. Palma strikes out. Come on, Max. Ugh. And Aguilares lines out. Nothing doing there. Oh, we had an error. Who by? Palma at catcher. Noted as PCA gets it down. So that's going to score the first run for the Phillies. They have the lead. Clark kicks it up a notch. Evidently not enough. There we go. All right, Justin Leon lines out. That could have been a lot worse. But our offense has done nothing through 4. And now Nick Kurtz and Simon Juan are aboard. Cal Raleigh, buddy, I understand your OPS is 1,1300 right now, but can you not hit a 3-run homer? Oh, we struck out. We're okay. We're okay. I wasn't worried at all. As the sun has set, it's now very cloudy in the background. Colby Turner is at second. If they want to walk Munoz. Actually, no. Munoz hit. You lined out. I didn't love Miguel Palma up in that spot, but no dice. He is out. Max Clark, you're my final hope. The hope has been extinguished into left. All right. I'm going to get Mike Stewart warming up. And a solo shot from Morabito. But the rest is clean. All right. That's going to be it for Gindra. An okay outing, I would say. 5 innings. Like, if he gives up 2 runs, 5 innings, I think I can live with that. The problem is just when these guys with low stamina can't get through like 4 innings, then things are shaky. Mike, buddy, don't do this to me. Laser to second. They get 1. Cal Rowley. I'm not going to complain if you walk him. Hit to Andahar. They get him. Okay. We're okay. That was 22 pitches for Mike, though. He has gone long in these outings. A lot more than I'd like. Andahar is officially cold at short, which is bad because that's the one position we do not have a backup for, really. Alan Ford gets it down. Very nice. I am going to pinch run for him. We're going to have, I think, CJ Sampson go in. I was tempted to have Terang, but I'm going to leave Terang open in case I need to make a defensive sub. Well, double play anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered who I pinch ran there. Fair enough. All right. Morabito, are you better or worse against lefties historically? You are so much worse against lefties. All right, Mike Stewart can face Morabito, and he's going to walk him on 4 pitches. Yeah, I mean, I'll let him face Rincon. Just see if he can get the double play. Strikeout, that works too. All right. Kevin is up. PCA is aboard. Hit to Andahar for second for 1, to first for 2. Double play ends the inning. Very good. All right, we're down to our last 6 outs. Munoz gets us started with a line drive. All right. We're in business. Yeah. I mean, even though Dario is tired, I'm having him hit here for Miguel. He hits it to center, but that's going to get easy grabbed from PCA there. Max lines out. Aguilares gets it down, though. I don't think that's deep enough. Oh, he's going for third. What a brave man Munoz is. All right. Ashley Andahar. He is ice cold. He's 0 for 3 today. He hits it deep. Center field. God. Ashley Andahar has his hero moment. 3-run shot. Very good for him. OBS just yelled at me for the audio, so I feel like I accidentally blew the mic there. Apologies. But come on. How often does Ashley Andahar hit a home run? Answer, he did it 16 times last year. All right, Hal Yuli is grounded out to end my fun. Dario will catch. I'm going to get Gage Wood warming up in case there's trouble. No trouble at all. Perfect. All right, let's see if we can get some insurance runs in the 9th. Condon strikes out. CJ Sampson grounds out. I am debating sending CJ Sampson down to AAA and just calling up another outfielder. Because really, CJ doesn't have a role. Walker Buehler in to face Munoz, who gets it down in center. Because CJ really, he's a backup. He's either a above average first baseman or a below average third baseman in terms of defense. So it's not really going to be a huge role for that. But we'll see. And Dario lines out. But we do get one more insurance run for our trouble. I'm going to get Gage Wood on for the save. He's got Simon Juan, Cal Raleigh, and Mr. Morabito, my arch nemesis. I think it's Simon Juan. Cal Raleigh strikes out also. Phillies are down to their last out. They pinch hit. Henry Mendez gets it down and left. Tying runs at the plate. And Gage Wood has been a bit susceptible to the home run ball, especially last year. Here's Rincon, and he walked him. Well, PCA strikes out on 4 pitches. We are okay. We are okay. We win 4-2. Once again, our offense arrives late to the party. Munoz has 3 hits. He did very well. Ginger, I think, did okay. If I can get 5 innings and 1 to 2 earned runs from Ginger every time, I think we're in business. I'll take that. We get the win there. Very good. Let me just go right into the next game. Okay, realistically, Carter Johnson's my backup shortstop, right? I'm going to give him I'm going to give him the game at short. to see how he does. Like if he's even a viable option at backup shortstop. Terrain can play. Is Dario tired at all? He's at 99. I'm gonna have Dario. Yeah, I'm gonna have Dario face the lefty. Let's see what we got. All right, Luis, I'm gonna be honest. My bullpen is fairly taxed. I need innings. Ooh, Aguilaris is aboard and a bulk. Oh no. Oh no. So they walked Aguilaris. He stole second, and now a bulk gets him to third. Johnson strikes out. How-Yu Lee grounds out, but it does score Aguilaris. Let the record show we have scored a run before the eighth inning. It is indeed possible. As Condon swing and a miss. Down he goes. All right, Luis, let's go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Phillies get 2 runs, and Luis is getting hit. Rincon even gets it down. Folks, we're in trouble. Bases loaded, 1 out. We need a double play and a dream. We did not, in fact, get the double play and the dream. Oh boy. Justin Lien rifles it to first. Condon is there. All right. I mean, they only got 1 run. I'll take that trade. Okay. Dario gets a board off of an error. See if we can bring him around. Aguilaris, swing and a miss. And so does Carter. All right. All right, Luis. There we go. Finally a clean inning. Condon is cold at first, but I mean, come on. Like, realistically, I can't bench him. So, similarly to last year when he had a cold stretch, he's just going to have to hit out of it. There we go. And he gets it down and left. How-Yu Lee advances. Allen hits into the double play. I don't like that. A solo shot here from Colby, though, would cheer me up. Line drive. I'll take what I can get. Harang, soft grounder to second. Down he goes. All right, we get 1. We really should have gotten more. That double play killed us. Oh, boy. Leadoff triple from Mr. Juan. Line drive to Max Clark. The throw does not get there in time. 4-2 Phillies. Solo shot from Dario. All right, we get 1 back. And the wheels have come off from Luis. Let's see if he can get Nick Kurtz. And he does. All right. That'll be it for Luis. AJ Russell will come on to face Simon Juan. And he walked him. Bases are loaded for Jordan Disson. Great name. And he's walked on 4 pitches. Ouch. Morabito hits it to second, and they get him. All right. Again, the Phillies got a run. I'm a little annoyed because they really shouldn't have gotten any. But alas, clean 6 from AJ. Thank you, sir. I'm going to get Broughton warming up, but if AJ can get me the 7th. Kurtz hits it up to Max. Gets him there. Very good. I'll bring on Joey to face Juan. And he hits it deep to center, but caught at the warning track. We're okay. All right. Nothing doing at the top of the eighth for us either. You got this, Joey. Oh, they injured Joey. Torn fingernail, 5 days. Okay. That just sounds painful. All right, let's see if Fidel can get me the one out I need. Hit the third, throw, gets him. All right. To the ninth we go. If we manage to, I mean, it's going to be Fidel no matter what. In the bottom of the ninth, if we tie it up or take the lead, here's hoping. Condon gets us started with a line drive. We have life. I'm going to pinch hit here. Munoz is going to get the bat for Allen. Full count. Hits it deep to left, but that's going to be caught. Here's Colby, always the home run threat. Hits it softly to short. They get Condon, and they get him at first. We drop the last game to the Phillies 5-3. Not great. I mean, Luis De Leon, he allowed 8 hits in less than 5 innings. Going to be tough to win a game when your starting pitcher gets hit like that. Oh, it wasn't the finale. My mistake. So Broughton is out for 5 days, which we do have an off day. So really, I miss him for these 3 games. I think I'm okay with that, especially with the off day coming up. My bullpen should be fine. All right. Let us sim the finale against the Phillies. Nah, we lose it 1-4. Ozuna got popped for 4 runs. Our top 3 hitters got 6 hits. The rest of my 6 guys only got 2. Not great. All right. We save really quick. We have now lost the lead in the division. Dodgers are 9-4. We're 9-5. All right, so we have the Brewers now, who we beat in the first series of the season in 2 games. We'll see what happens here. I think I will sim game 1. Very good. We win it 4-1. 3 hits for Charlie Condon, so he should no longer be cold, which is really good. How Yu Lee went 0 for 4, man. Like, he has 10 hits on the season, 3 home runs. Like, little worried. Bryce Terang has also plummeted offensively. He's an automatic out at this point. But good from Hunter Brown. Gastelum gets to hold. Okuda gets his 3rd save. What's Terang's defensive rating? Oh my God, he's negative zone rating. I mean, that's a problem. Because at that point, I might as well put How You Lee it. Yeah, I'm doing it. Terang's benched. How You Lee goes the 2nd. Allen Ford DH. Munoz in left. I think that's the move, unless Allen Ford's a plus defender and left somehow. No. But if I do that, though, yeah, the problem with doing that is I'm playing all 4 of my outfielders every day. I think that means Carter Johnson gets sent to AAA. Does he have option years left? Yeah, he has 2. All right. Carter's going to get sent to AAA. I think that's harsh on him because I think he's a really good hitter. But, I mean, if I'm benching Bryce Terang, then having him and Johnson being a backup is redundant. The call-up is easy. We're calling Giron back. He has not done well in AAA, but I can play him at any defensive outfield position and be okay. He's got really good speed off the bench. I'm good with that. So, yeah, in terms of defense now, Bryce Terang is going to have to become my backup second and short, which is not really what I want, but here we are. All right, I'm just going to copy the lineup in the depth chart and paste it against the lefties. And I think I'm going to let Dario hit lefties. I had Miguel Palma do it for most of the season, but Dario's just been doing better. So, yeah, a little harsh on Carter Johnson. Also, my infield now is way too big. I could cut Daryl Haranes. Realistically, that should be the move. Or Dalton Wentz. I think I can just punt on Dalton Wentz and accept that that was. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to remove him from our short list. Dalton, my good man, wish you best of luck going forward. Daryl Morrill, I am going to drop to double A because I would like to see that power develop more in double A. All right, so that fixes that ish. Let us continue the series against Milwaukee. I got Chase Silseth on the mound, and we're going to try this new lineup configuration. We're going to see how it goes. I think having Bryce Terang get paid, $5 million to be a backup second baseman is a little shaky, but I mean, if he's not hitting for contact, there's no point of him in the lineup. So let's see how we do. Seiya Suzuki is already aboard. I'm not worried. See, we're okay. And I would love to get both Alan Ford and Santiago Munoz as bats in my lineup. It just hurts defensively, which, that is what it is. As they walk Allen, and easier to sub out a pinch runner or sub in a pinch runner for Allen if he's DHing. So I don't have to worry about moving around the outfield or anything. Munoz strikes out also. Chase is currently on 61 pitches through 3. Oh, and he allows a solo shot to Kenny Gomez, who has 5 home runs already this year. Good for you, buddy. All right, we're going to warm up Kevin Teskey. And Aponte is going to be the last batter Chase faces, and he gets him. All right. Not a long outing from Chase. Our bats are also just ice cold until now. Oh, no, it's Emmanuel. Oh, it's our old friend. Hi, buddy. How you doing? So interesting. The Brewers have him as a starter after we traded him. I thought they'd keep him at reliever, but looks like they're making him a starter. Fair enough. All right, Alan. 3-run shot against your old friend. Or a line drive. I'll take it. That should score 1 pretty easily. No shot. Condon gets any further. Colby hits it deep to left and gone. Emmanuel never could do well at Coors Field, unfortunately. See if Munoz can continue the fun. And he walked him. I'm not running on Jefferson Cuero unless it's Max Clark, so. Now the double play. Curse you, Dario. All right, but we get 4 runs. Not nothing. We'll get Kevin on for the 5th. Clean. He did need 24 pitches, so my dream of him getting 2 innings may not materialize. Nope, it does. 35 pitches, though, he's definitely done. And I can't use Joey here. So I'm going to go A.J. Russell for the 7th, Fidel for the 8th, Gage Wood for the 9th. I think that is the configuration that makes sense. We'll see how it plays. Good outing from Kevin there. AJ gets me a clean inning. Thank you, sir. I mean, outside of that one inning, Emmanuel has had our number. I think all of our hits came in that 4th inning. Tim Herron. Ah, yes, who I think came in 2nd for reliever of the year last year. Hi. At 35 years young. Aguilares flies out. All right, we go to the 8th. We're going to bring, actually, AJ, he's only on 7 pitches. Let's see if we can get it. Kyungwon Kim is aboard. He gets Kenny Gomez swinging. Can he get Jesus? Yep, lines out to 2nd. Okay. Very good. That saves me a bullpen arm because now I can just skip Fidel and go right to Gage Wood in the 9th. Unless, of course, we get insurance runs. But, when has that ever happened? Andahar grounds out. Max Clark is officially cold, by the by. How you Lee flies out at the warning track. Condon gets aboard. All right. That was a hilarious animation. The slide there from Kenny Gomez. Condon is in all the way to 2nd. We're going to... No, I'll let Allen Ford hit. There we go. And he gets it down in right. Very good. I am not going to run on Garrett Mitchell. Are you out of your mind? What I am going to do, though, is pinch run for Allen. And Colby Turner pops up, so it doesn't matter. No insurance runs for us. But we go to the 9th with the saved chance. Gage Wood coming in. Clean. We get the win 4-1. Really good. I mean, Chase, he only got me 4 innings, which is rough. I have a fear that I'm going to either need to make him a long reliever or get rid of him if he can't go deep into games. But hey, we got the win. I'll take it. All right, game 3. Let's keep it moving. All right, Dario's tired. I'm going to give Max Clark the day off. How often did I play Elkins at center last year? Literally twice. You know what? He's getting the start today. Jerron's going to take center because I want to keep Aguilares at right because he's a plus defender in right. So I would rather use that and come what may. Yep, everything else is the same. All right, we got Ginger on the mound against the Brewers. Seiya Suzuki is aboard. You got Kenny Gomez. Very good. And he gets Jesus to pop up. Thank you, Jerron. All right. Nothing for us in the 1st or the 2nd. It's William Contreras still in the league at 34 with the home run. Seiya Suzuki is aboard again. Quit getting aboard, Seiya. And the ball goes under How You Lee. All right, Seiya did not try to go home, which is very nice. Jesus hit the ball all the way to the wall, and it bounced off the invisible wall above center field, so that'll score Seiya. Kenny didn't move. Garrett Mitchell gets it past the infield. That's going to score 1. The throw is cut off. So Jesus gets home 4-0. Still searching for that last out. Arianamo is thrown out. All right. Not great from Gindra. They almost batted around on him. Clean fourth, though. He's on 68 pitches. Can he give me the fifth? He can. All right. That'll be it for him. We'll get Joey Broughton going now that he's back from injury. Or healthy, I should say. He was here the whole time, technically. So Elkins pops out. So neither Munoz or Palma will score. All right. Broughton's coming on for the sixth. Oh, God. Garrett Mitchell is aboard. And that's not. Is that going to move Mitchell? Nope. Coward. All right. Vladdy goes down. Joey's only on 13 pitches. But our offense is just doing nothing whatsoever. There we go. All right. Allen is aboard. I'm going to pinch run here. Max Clark is going to come on. Here's Colby Turner. Hits it up to center. I'm going to run him. Let's go. The throw in, it's a laser. They got Max. All right. So great arm beats fantastic runner. Because the depth, I think, was normal. All right. I thought he could beat it. I guess not. Colby does score on the Munoz double. So we do get one run on the board. Maybe that was a silly send, but I think if there were no outs, I'd definitely keep him at third. But with one out, wanted to send him. We'll bring Fidel on for the eighth. Clean. Only on 10 pitches, so he'll take the ninth also. Oh, an error from Jesus. And Elkins is aboard. I'm running on Contreras. Or rather, I want to run on him. Whether Aguilares will go, whether Elkins will go for it is another story entirely. And he's down. All right. Aguilares is thrown out, but he does advance Elkton to third. None in R. Yeah. Well, good news. We cut the lead to 2. Bad news. I'm out of base runners. How Yu Lee hits it deep to center. Caught at the track. Well, we're on pace to lose by 1. Just quite depressing. Clean ninth from Fidel. On the off chance we tie this ball game, I'm going to get Okuda warming up. The opposition bat 0-9-1 against him. Condon hits it deep to center and gone. Well, 444 feet. I am going to let Max Clark hit. Because if he gets aboard, he's stealing and he's gone. Or he'll ground out to second. Nothing doing there. All right, Colby Turner. Swing and a miss. Munoz, our last out. Nope, struck out. All right. It was the opposite of the previous game where they had one bad inning and we won. We had one bad inning, they won. Yeah, we just didn't get that many base runners. We had no walks also. To be fair, neither did they. But no dice. That's disappointing. I think that was a game we should have won. All right, we will go to the Giants series. Fresh scouting report on Elkins. No change. I mean, unfortunately, he dropped from 50-50 to 45-45 in the offseason. The fact that that didn't bounce back up is a little annoying. But it is what it is. All right, I'm going to play game. Is that a 3-game series or 4-game? 3. I'll play game 1 against the Giants. and to see where we go from there. I mean, Colby's just averaging a hit per game in a dream, so I don't really want to pull him. I think we rolled it. All right. Luis is on the mound. He's coming off pretty bad start against the Phillies. Let's see what he can do here in San Fran. All right, Aguilera, Sanandahara aboard. Please don't strike out, Howie. Don't strike out. And he strikes out. Condon hits into a fielder's choice. And Alan Ford strikes out. Runners on first and second, no outs. We can't score him. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Jason Dominguez, our old friend, who was our center fielder for about 2 years, did very well with the Giants after we traded him. He just couldn't hit at Coors Field, and it made no sense to me. There we go. Down goes Ramos. Down goes George. 3 for 3 against Soto. Nope. Soto hits it to Andahar, who gets the relay. All right. Yeah, Jason Dominguez not doing well legitimately set our franchise back a couple years. Because we inherited his contract with the Yankees, which I think was like $24 million and 28. And so he was doing terribly. I had to give up a decent prospect also in the trade to get rid of him. Like, him not doing well hurt us quite a bit. All right. Ramsey strikes out. Bryce Eldridge. I'm glad Bryce Eldridge is still on the Giants. I think I like it when good players stay at one team for a while. And his contract isn't even that bad. He signed a 5-year, $83 million deal. Like, he's not getting paid that much. If he opts out, that could be an interesting target for us, especially if he does poorly this year. His asking price will drop. Dominguez beats out the throw. Giants get the run. Even worse, Luis De Leon's pitch count is ballooning. He walks Espinosa on 4 pitches. Luis, if you want to be the ace, I'm going to need you to not get blown up here. He did, in fact, get blown up there. So Ramos gets it down. That scores 2 more, 3-0. And he walks Nate George. Man. Like, I don't have the most fit bullpen right now. Luis gets Soto swinging, but oy vey, I say. All right, Condon, Turner are aboard. And Munoz grounds into the fielder's choice, which means Dario has to be the hero. And he's not. All right. It's the second time today we had runners on first and second with 1 or no outs. Just couldn't get him. Mike, please. Thank you. All right. An error means Andujar's on second. Howie Lee gets it down. Dominguez has a pretty good arm, but Andujar should make it. We were on the board. Or excuse me, Dominguez is in left. How's his rating been in left then? He's been okay. But clearly, as I demonstrated, he is a right fielder. Like, he has a bad range negative zone rating, but he has a 5.3 arm with us, which is amazing. There we go. Condon gets it down. We're rolling. We're moving. We're shaking. See if Alan Ford can get a 3-run shot here. Bang. Hits it deep to left field. Died at the track. No dice. They say he robbed him of a home run. By where Dominguez was standing, that ball did not get to the wall. But so be it. All right, 2 innings from Mike there. That's huge. And off the wall. Very good there from Max Clark. Dario should have made it home. The camera decided not to show it, but let's assume. Yep, okay. All right, 3-2. Aguilares already has 2 hits today. Make it 3. Max Clark is brave, and he makes it home. Tie game. Very nice from the bottom of the order there. And Andahar grounds out to end my fun, but we do tie it up. A.J. Russell will come on for the 7th. I believe in you. Clean from him. No insurance runs for us. A.J. Russell gets me the 8th. All right, I'm going to get both Gagewood and Okuda warming up on whether it is a save situation or not. Munoz grounds out in depressing fashion. Come on, Dario, take the walk, take the walk, take the walk. He swings. It's it deep to center. It's over George's head. Shows me what I know. As Dario is into second. Go-ahead run is in scoring position. Here's Max Clark. Hits it to left. That's not deep enough to move Dario. All right, Christian Aguilares. He's 3 for 4 today. Rifles it down the third base line. It is stopped by Soto. That saved them a run. If he doesn't stop that, Dario is home free, and Andahar strikes out on a full count. All right, so Kuda will sit down. Gagewood will warm up for the 9th. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Dave Fister on the mound, or excuse me, at the plate, and he struck out. We're okay. We are okay. Also an error. Who by? And a hard short. Fair. All right, I'm going to get Okuda warming up regardless of if we... Yeah. Regardless of extra innings or not. How Yuli grounds out. Here's Charlie. Swing and a miss. Alan Ford, our last hope to save us from extra innings. Bang. He hits it up the middle. He is aboard. We're going to pinch run here. Bryce Terang is going to run. Colby Turner at the plate. 2-1 pitch. Bang. Hits it back up the middle. That's going to get down. Terang goes to third. If I don't pinch run there, Alan Ford doesn't make it to third. He's too slow. So we have a runner so close to home we can taste it. Munoz hits it up to center, and that'll be caught. Dang. All right. Well, we go to extras. Okuda on the mound. Half inning. They got the ghost runner. All right. Munoz is 50-50. What's Elkins? Much quicker. All right. We're going to get Elkins to pinch run. Here's Dario. Hits it softly to first. That'll advance Elkins. I'll take that trade, but Max Clark cannot get out here. And he pops it up to the infield. Man. All right. Christian Aguilares down to our last out. Full count. They walked him. Andahar, 2 hits already today. 2-2 count. Hits it deep to right, but caught. All right, we dropped game 1 4-3. That's painful. I mean, Aguilares had 4 hits. He had a really good day. We had 15 hits total, but only 3 runs to show for it. I mean, Andahar left 6 men on. Alan Ford left 5. Munoz left 4. That's a game you should win, like without question. All right, we're gonna sim game 2 with Sandy Ozuna on the mound. Well, good news, we won the ball game, 15-5. Yeesh. As Hao Yuli and Andahar both have triples, Colby Turner, Max Clark, Alan Ford hit homers. Kevin Teskey gets popped for 3 runs, which sucks. Ozuna did okay, but Ashley Andahar is out for 5 to 6 weeks. That is a problem because I don't really have a shortstop fix because it's not Bryce Terang. So either it's time for 22-year-old Angel Davila, which I don't think it is, or we call Carter Johnson back and see what he can do for us at short. I think Luis Marquez, I like him, but I don't really think he's ever going to be a shortstop level guy. Yeah, I think it's, or actually, Boston Barrow's ratings aren't quite there. I think it's Carter Johnson. All right, we're going to call him up, which means it's going to hit this release really quick. All right, so yeah, Carter Johnson is going to take short. And I think bat second. But I'm trying to figure out if he doesn't bat second, who do I want? Because Alan Ford has started to get red hot, and so I don't want to move him. Yeah. All right. Carter Johnson is our new shortstop. As Andahar is going to be out 5 to 6 weeks, which is rough. Hey, he's usually not that bad with injuries, but when he gets out, he's out for like a month, which is unfortunate. But hey, we won the game. All right, we're going to play this rubber match against the Giants, and that'll be the last game of this episode. Looks like both Colby Turner and Dario are tired, so pretty easy fix. CJ Sampson takes third. Miguel catches. Carter Johnson is back after 2 games in AAA. Welcome back, my friend. Everything else is as is. All right, we got Hunter Brown on the mound. Clean first inning. They have Clay Holmes, 39 years young, who they signed to a 2-year, $12.6 million contract. What the heck? If we can't get runs on him, then what's the point? "39-year-old Clay Holmes. Good for him. All right, Carter Johnson making his shortstop debut. Flies out to center. Killing me. Hao Yuli makes it off of what looked like 2 errors. Because it looked like the first baseman, the throw was off. He got it to one side of first base and then dropped it on the other side. But that is what it is. All right, nothing through 1. You got this, Hunter. Now, all right, Giants score first. CJ Sampson is aboard. Aguilaris hits it back up the middle. Run, CJ. Run like the wind, and he's in. Very good. Here's Carter Johnson. Hits it softly to second. They get him on the fielder's choice. And Howie grounds out. So we tie the game, but we can't get Aguilaris home. You got this, Hunter. Very good. Giants have had 2 errors already, but it looks like they're starting to get to Hunter Brown a little. As Smith hits it back up the middle, that'll score Workinger. No, it won't. He stays at third like a coward. All right, Espinoza struck out swinging. That's huge. 4-pitch walk is less huge. Jason Dominguez pops up. Are they going to send Workinger from third? No, they call infield fly. Here's Dorian Soto. Hits it sharply to Johnson. The throw to second in time. Hunter Brown gets out of the jam. That was too close for comfort. I am scared. Miguel Palma with a nice double off of Clay Holmes. And Sampson hits it to right. That'll advance Palma. Very good. And Aguilaris promptly hits into what I shall now call the sacrifice double play. So we do take the lead, but we are suddenly out of base runners. And Carter Johnson is safe on an error. That's 3 errors for the Giants. What I could do is have Max Clark bat second and just go speed for speed. But Max Clark might be the similar automatic out as Carter Johnson is, and that sheer idea just scares me. All right, Hunter. Going to be honest with you for a moment. I don't have the most fit bullpen. So if you get a couple outs, that'd be great. A leadoff single to Adam Terry is not quite what I had in mind. Ramsey hits it softly to first. This might be a double play, and it is. Good work there from Charlie Condon. Having like a dynamite defensive first baseman makes my life so much easier. Can he get Fister? Yes, he can. All right. Good outing from Hunter Brown. Let's sit Joey down. Nothing for us in the 6th. All right, now Joey can come on for the 7th. Ideally, I only need to get 1 inning out of him. And I do. I think we'll do Fidel. Yeah, Fidel for the 8th. Okuda for the 9th. Leadoff double hurts my plan from Eli Pitts, but Dominguez strikes out looking. Yeah, that's... Who've never seen that before. Soto strikes out. Very good. Adam Terry, 3 for 3. Fidel Ulloa is just like quietly one of our most consistent bullpen arms year in and year out. I'm going to pinch hit here. I'm going to give Terang the bat. And he grounds out to first. All right. Here's Howie Lee. He might beat this out. Nope. That throw was a laser. And Condon flies out at the warning track. So the 1-run lead will stay. Bryce Trang is going to play short, which does kind of terrify me. But I think we should be okay. Here's Okuda to face Ramsey, Fister, and Workinger. All right, swing and a miss. Ramsey goes down. Bryce Eldridge is pinch hitting. And he gets it down in center. And that might be a double. Nope, he stays at first. All right. Here's Workinger. Strikes out. Josh Smith, no relation to the Atlanta Hawks player, gets it in left. Tying run is in scoring position. Leadoff run is at first. Espinoza hits it up to center. Max Clark is there. That's your ball game. We take game 3, 2-1. Had 6 hits, 4 of which for our bottom 2 hitters. Yeah, we have a very serious contact problem. I think home runs will be okay, but man, we have some problems. All right. Well, through 20 games, we're 13-7. We are atop the division. However, the Padres, who are 4th in the division, are 1.5 games back. So everyone's just doing pretty well for themselves in the NL West. But that is where I will end this video. I think I will play through the rest of April off stream. So I'll do the Angels and then the 2-game Brewer series. And then we can kick off next episode in May, where it looks like we're going to face the Dodgers twice. Send all prayers, thoughts, hymns my way. But thank you all for watching. As I said yesterday in my college football series, due to the holidays and travel, there won't be any more streams or episodes this week. I will be back on Monday, the 1st, so in December, where we will kick back up and try to get back to the usual 4 streams and episodes a week. So thank you all for watching. So far, pretty good start to the season at 13-7. Our bats are a little cold though, so we'll see if we can't get them going. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.